So hello on this Monday morning. Welcome. And this week we'll continue the series that are more based on the Introduction to Mindfulness course that I teach, and add something which for a week, something that on occasion I've added to the Intro to Meditation course as one of the foundations of mindfulness, one of the basic areas. And it has to do with, can be called mindfulness of mind or mindfulness of attitude. And I'll talk more about that during the Dharma talk at the end of now. But I would like to, again, use an analogy for the practice this morning. And that is, if your technology, your computer or something is not working properly, and you need to have it work, or it's important for you that it works, it's possible to get tense, trying to figure everything out and trying to make it work. And so the less it works, the more you can't succeed, the more tense it is, perhaps. And then you start feeling kind of lousy, feeling tense, kind of miserable and headachy. And then one reasonable, or not reasonable, but maybe one common strategy at that point is to blame the technology for how you're feeling. And maybe then storm off to repair shop or put the technology in the wastebasket and go buy a new one or something. But blame the technology for how lousy you feel. Another strategy is to appreciate that the tension that's building up in the shoulders, the back, the eyes, the neck, is not inherent in the technology, but in the relationship we have to it. And whereas maybe we can't solve the technology problem, we have a lot of capacity to solve the tension problem. So if we're blinded by the technology and trying to solve it or fix it or how bad it is, we might not notice the tension. And we might even blame the technology for how we're feeling. But the pathways of suffering goes through our reactivity, our relationship, how we respond to something. And that's, in the pathways of our lives, that's where meditation sits. It sits there where we are relating, responding, reacting to what's happening. And if we notice that, the tension, there's physical tension here. The tension is not in the technology, it's not, somewhere else. It's just here in my shoulders and my jaws and my eyes. Then we can take a moment maybe to close our eyes, take a deep breath and relax and soften. We can take responsibility for how we're feeling, the tension. The technology, the computer, is not going to take responsibility for that. The only person who can do that is yourself. So part of meditation is to place ourselves or stay close to that place, that location where we can take responsibility for our reaction, our response. And not have the reaction, the response, the tension somehow color what we're thinking about, what we're focusing on. Even if that is the meditation itself. It's possible to get tense over how meditation is going. So this morning it's about relaxing. It's a very profound topic. It can seem superficial. So assuming a meditation posture and gently closing your eyes. And maybe rocking back and forth a little bit, forward and backwards, side to side. Partly a ritual of embodiment. The rocking kind of, you feel your body a little bit more in certain places. Perhaps a little beginning of relaxing. And also helping you find center, where your sitting bones are centered, where you're lined up, your weight is balanced. And continuing the process of embodiment, to take a few long, slow, deep breaths. And use that time to feel the body, kind of a wide global awareness of body as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And letting your breathing return to normal. And as you inhale, feel some part of your body that there's likely to be tension. And if there is, then on the exhale, relax that part of your body. Relax in a relaxed way. Breathing in, breathing out. Relaxing. Softening. Releasing. And then settling into your breathing. Just feeling the inhales, the exhales. And with kind of a feather touch, very lightly, very gently, without any ambition, as you breathe, gently relax the exhales, gently relax around the inhales. Almost like you're softening, relaxing around the edges of where your body feels itself breathing. And if anything takes you away from your breathing, thoughts, feelings, body sensations, see if what you can relax, what will soften. And what might relax also is your attitude towards it. Every opportunity for whatever you're aware of, gently feel your way into what can be softened and relaxed. Feel your way to where the tension is. And relax in a relaxed way. Relaxed about not being able to. Just holding the tension. And if there's no tension, no pressure or tightness, return to the breathing. Breathing gently, softly. What can be relaxed as you're sitting here? In the face, chest, the belly, in the mind, in the hands, the thighs. What can be relaxed and softened? And as we come to the end of the sitting, to see if you can relax some more. What can soften in you? What can be released? What are you tightening around? What are you holding on to? That for a few moments here you can put down, let go of. And then to stay as relaxed as you can, to turn your attention now to the world of people around you that you might encounter today. And notice if any tension returns. And if it does, can you relax again? In particular, relaxing the heart. And from your heart, to wish others well. To wish their day well. Their life. A few moments of well-wishing that continues the practice of relaxing, opening, removing barriers to our care and our attention to others. And as we go through the day, may we keep these wishes close by. May others be happy. May others be safe. May others be peaceful. May others be free. And may I avoid getting tense. And if I do, let me relax. And with those wishes close by for this day, may your day go well. Thank you. So then I'll start over again. So, so today we start the week on mindfulness of the mind, and it's a continuation of these last 4 weeks, where we kind of explored the basic instructions for mindfulness meditation that we teach here at IMC, kind of exploring the territory. First week was mindfulness of breathing, then mindfulness of body, then emotions, then thoughts. And with each of those areas, it's easy to get focused on those things. So we're breathing and we're focusing on the breathing, and the breathing seems like what's most important. Or if there's pain especially, we're focused on the pain in the body, and that seems the most important. Or for emotions, the emotion seems really, central, key, juicy, and so the attention is focusing on the emotion or on thinking, whatever it might be. And that's part of what mindfulness is. But in doing so, what's also important is the focus itself, is the attention that's brought. How are we with the attention? What attitude that comes with the attention? And it's a little bit like driving a car where the windshield has been cleaned, and maybe to go on a long road trip on the freeway. And ever so slowly, the windshield gets dirty. And it happens very slowly. And you don't see it building up. And after a while, you don't really realize that you're a little bit straining to look out the windshield. And it's a little hard. And then maybe you stop to get gas and you clean your windshield. And lo and behold, wow, is it clear again? And you realize that some of the tension that was building up was the difficulty of seeing. And but you hadn't realized it was difficult. It happens to me sometimes with my glasses when I wear them, that they get dirty without me knowing it. But I don't really notice sometimes that things aren't quite right with trying to see. Because the focus is so much on the driving and getting and being safe with the other cars, we don't notice the seeing itself and how that's changed, or something like that. So, so the art of this is to be able to step back or turn the attention around 180 degrees and notice the quality of the attention we're bringing, the quality of how we practice. And so there's always two things. I like to say there's only two things. There's what's happening and our relationship to what's happening. And so here we're going into the domain of how we're relating to whatever's happening, whether it's within us or around us. And starting to notice today, because today's the day we focus on relaxation, is are we tense? Are we contracted? Are we tight? Are we pushing? Are we forceful? Are we resisting in a tense way? And it's easy to justify that tension and tightness because there are challenges the world brings, and and so it's easy to see the problems out there. There are problems with that thing that I'm focusing on, and we have to fix that or do something with it or get away from it, not noticing that there is this tension that's building up, and not wanting maybe even take responsibility for that tension. When we do mindfulness practice, when we're focusing on the Dharma, the way that we relate to what's happening is crucial, is central. The way that the attitude we have, the reaction we have to it, the way in which we bring attention to bear on whatever we're doing, that is really part of the pathway of suffering. And it's a part of the pathway where we can have the most regular and ongoing responsibility, or make the biggest difference. Maybe it would be a little bit like I'll say the analogy I used before, that if, we'll say it this way, that if someone's angry with you, say it's not on a scale of 1 to 10, it's not 10, maybe it's a 5 or 4 or something, but it's still what they're angry about seems to you um, not right, and so you get upset. And part of being upset is being tense. Now, the person who is angry, you could perhaps ask them politely to stop being angry. You could perhaps insist that they have to stop, or you walk away. Or you could ask them, let's talk about it. Or you could shake them upside down and try to shake the anger out of them. All kinds of things, options you have. And sometimes most of those might work. But sometimes they don't. And so then the irritation, the frustration can build, and the tension builds as well. And we might say that person is making me tense. And that's, in some kind of way, there's a relationship between that person's anger and the tension you have. But the tension is your contribution to the situation. That goes into, the anger goes into your mind, and maybe you have associations to what anger is a frightening thing, or anger before there's been injustice to you, and you're getting the person's angry, and it reminds you of all the injustices you've had to suffer, or maybe there's fear, and the person's happens to remind you of an angry bully when you were young, and so all these reasons why the tension and the reactivity might arise, but that belongs to our inner world, our inner life, our preferences, our experience, our memories, our judgments, our desire to protect ourselves. All these things come into play. So there's pathways. There's a loud, angry voice coming to us. We receive it, we hear it, and we process it. We process it and we feel afraid, and we tense a certain way. We process it and feel angry in return, and it tense up in a different way. And so that's the pathway. And then we react, and we maybe get angry back, or we say something. But if we can sit in that place where there's a choice, whether to be relaxed or tense, whether to go with the tension or allow it, or to relax, then we're getting close to where the Dharma is. Now we're focusing on our contribution to our suffering. And that is one of the key things that mindfulness practice can do, or that Dharma does, is we're very keen to take responsibility to our own contribution to whatever's difficult. It doesn't deny that things need to be changed or fixed in the world, but at least we can always look at what our contribution is to our suffering. And the place that I'd like to recommend today is how you've become tense, how you've gotten contracted, tight, pulled in, the ways in which you kind of feel a compulsion to push and to do, and kind of restless, and so that can maybe be relaxed. Not relaxed and softened so the real world issues are denied, if there are real world issues, but relaxed so that we can come to them with the most wisdom and the most care and from the best place that we know. The more tense we become, most people don't respond with a lot of wisdom, don't respond with a lot of care, and sometimes respond in ways that are actually detrimental. There's a lot of justification, kind of unconscious, for being tense. There's a lot of justification or feeling that the blame is in the other person or the situation. And so that keeps the focus out there. In mindfulness of the mind, we're turning the attention back to see what is happening in our attitude, our relationship, and with ourselves. And that we train ourselves to do that. Keep looking there and see where the tension is. And then relax. And to be given the instructions that to relax might seem superficial, not very profound, not very, spiritually, ultimate or valuable. But it's relax is a kind of a simplistic way of referring to the deep letting go, the deep opening up that spirituality, Buddhist spirituality kind of moves to. And so relaxing is part and parcel of this movement towards deep freedom. And so to take seriously the way we become tense is bringing us into the territory of the world where we contribute to our suffering and where we can contribute to our freedom from our suffering. So don't overlook your tension. Don't justify being tense. Maybe occasionally it's okay, but the opportunity in this practice is to turn around, take an honest look at it, and see what can relax. And then once you're kind of relaxed, then you can turn your attention around again to what needs to be addressed. So may the bliss of relaxation, the blessings of relaxation, be something that you study and work with today as you go through the day. It's not a simplistic thing. This is a deep root in so many profound areas of our life. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. May your shoulders, your belly, your face, your eyes, your hands, your heart, and your mind find more relaxation today. Thank you.